on to scoring. So this scoring will not include any of the special types of big bonus hands because we haven't really talked about those yet. This is just a basic scoring. We finished the hand, and usually one person from each partnership keeps the score. And usually what you do is you get a piece of paper, you put a T on it, you say us and them, put your names, however you want to do it. And I am going to score one team at a time. So I'm going to start, first of all, with my team. And you have to subtract whatever the value of the cards are that are left in your hand. This person has 2 sevens, so we do not get a sevens penalty, because remember, the sevens penalty is when you have more than 2. So 2 sevens are safe. I also don't get an aces penalty. If I have more than 2 aces in my hand when the hand ends, I would get a penalty of 1,500 points. More than 2 sevens, a penalty of 1,500 points. More than 2 aces, a penalty of 1,500 points. And if you have more than 2 sevens and more than 2 aces in your hand, it is a 3,000 point penalty. So 2 are safe. So the total of the cards here is 20, 25, 30. So it's 30 points that I have to take off of our meld. And usually what we do is we just take it off the total meld that we have on our side. So the meld that I have left are all of the canastas up there, and then also the meld that wasn't made into a canasta. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make change. Oh no, I need 30. Okay, so I don't know how that 6 got in there. It should have been a 9. So we'll pretend that's a 9. So 10, 20, 30, because that 6 didn't belong in there. It should have been a 9. Somehow it got messed up. Oops. So we've now made it equal. And now my partner has to take away theirs. And again, no penalty, because having 2 cards, 2 sevens in my partner's hand and 2 sevens in my hand does not equal more than 2 in any individual hand. It doesn't get combined in the partnership. So the fact that together we had 4 sevens, there is no penalty. It's all about what's in one hand. So this is 5, 10, 15. All right, I'm going to take the 9. Nope. Oh, this is going to be a little bit harder because I have 50. Well, I'm going to have to take some change out of, I'm going to change the joker. 20, 30, 40, 50. I know this seems bizarre, but we have to make change because I have 15 here and I can't take it out there. So now I need to take away 15. I'm going to take away a 9 and a 7 because 7s are worth 5 points. And while it looks bizarre, I now have the correct amount of points still down on my table. Let's talk about the bonuses first. Nobody went out, and we hadn't talked about going out anyway. That's in a different video. So you don't get the going out bonus. If any partnership goes out, that means somebody empties their hands of all cards. It's only a 100-point bonus because going out is not really the objective. You get a 100-point bonus for going out, and that 100 points usually sort of compensates for any points that are left in your partner's hand. So first, let's talk about the 3s. My partnership had 2 or more canastas, so our 3s are a bonus. I need to separate them by color because 3s are awarded points based on how many you have, or deducted points based on how many you have per color. If you have 1 of a color, it is worth 100 points. If you have 2 of a color, it is worth 300 points. If you have 3 of a color, it is worth 300 points. And if you have all 4 of a color, it is worth 1,000 points. So because we had 2 or more canastas, our 3s are bonuses. So we get 500 for the reds and 300 for the blacks. So that's a total of 800 points in bonuses for my 3s. So under us, I'm going to put 800. Now we're going to go to the canastas. My partnership has 4 canastas, and each one of them contain wilds, so they are not natural canastas. So the bonus for an unnatural canasta is 300 points. So I get 3, 6, 9, 1,200 bonus points for making the canastas. Now, I also get the value of the contents of each canasta. So you gather all your canastas up, and you gather everything else that's left down in your exposures for your melds, and you put them in piles of 100. It's just fastest. So that's what we're going to do. 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then we put a 3 on it, and that marks that it's a pile that has 100 in it. 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It also helps to spread the 3s around. 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, and so that's 145. So I have 345 points. Giving my partnership a total of 2,345 for our first hand. Now, our partnership is still under 2,999. 2,999, and so we will still meld at 125. So while we're above 2,000, we have not hit 3,000 or more, so we are still going to be melding at the 125 plus a natural when we start the next hand. Now it's time to score the opponents. First off, we have to get rid of whatever is in their hands. We have to account for it, subtract it out. This person only had 1 card left. It's worth 5 points, and I'm going to add it to whatever their partner has. Their partner does not get the 7s penalty, doesn't get the aces penalty, and they had 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, and then the 5 from mine is 40. So we have to take 40 points off of the meld that's down on our table. So here are the 9s. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, take that, put it aside in a pile. Now we're going to do the bonuses. First thing we're going to take a look at are the 3s. And again, we sort them into color. They only have 1 of the red, so that gives them 100, and 2 of the black, so that's 300, for a total of 400 points in 3s. Now we're going to give them the bonuses for their canastas. Usually what happens is both sides are scoring their own simultaneously. So you're not like waiting for one person to finish while the other person is. You're usually scoring your own. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 canastas. 3 of them are naturals and 2 of them are unnaturals. The natural canastas, the canastas that do not contain any wild cards, you get a 500-point bonus for. So the 3 red canastas are 5, 10, 15. Then we get 300 for each of the black canastas. So 5, 10, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21. So they get 2,100 points for a bonus for the canastas that their partnership closed. Now we gather up all the cards in the canastas. And we gather up all the cards that are left for our meld. And once again, we're going to make piles of 100 and put the 3s on top of them. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 55. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 555 extra points for the value of the cards that were in the canastas and on their meld. So we're going to write that 555 down. And now we're going to add all of our scores. So that's 5, 5. Let's see if that's right. Yep, looks right to me. So now my opponent have crossed the 3,000 line. So the next time we play a hand, they are going to have to meld at 155 meld points and a natural. And we're going to meld at 125 with a natural. One of the things that Canasta has built in is as one team or both teams get above certain thresholds, it gets harder and harder to make initial meld. And it's kind of an equalizer because sometimes you can win like 5,000 points in a single hand. And it would feel a little bit like, why keep going? We'll just call you the winner. So instead we give them a little bit of a harder threshold, a higher threshold to meet in order to start to lay down. So this is the basic scoring. It does not talk about scoring any of the special hands. That will be in the video where we talk about the different special hands. Enjoy your canasta. See you in the next video.